less
Valued?
loved and
Valued.
by your partner.
By the way, I'm also taping on this because some people can't see how beautiful you two are. So I want to make sure people can see how beautiful. There you go.
I want to look at you and talk to you.
See, now you can, because now they can watch on this one or they can watch on that one. That's what I'm doing now, making everybody hopefully happy. When you asked earlier, how do I deal with jealousy or insecurity? And I feel that anyone says they don't ever get jealous or insecure, I don't believe that. There are times I'll see her, you're far more bi than guy. Pockets acknowledges that. And it's due to, past experiences, things like that. But whether...
Women are beautiful.
Women are beautiful, I agree. And people said, aren't you worried you're going to lose her to another man? Well, a man has nothing different than me. Because we're not talking money or personality. No one has the history I do with her. So if I was going to be worried about losing her, I'm going to be worried about losing her to a woman. But I'm not worried about that. A lot of times I look at her playing, and I'll say, whoa. Because it goes from, to it's hot. And I recognize that we're doing this together. And if at any point Pocket said, her nickname is Pockets, if Pocket said, honey, I'm not okay with this, we'd stop. If at any point I said to Pockets, honey, something's making me uncomfortable, we'd stop. And so when people ask, how do you work through that? You work through it together. You use I statements. You recognize what's going on. And like you said earlier, Nicoletta, you must really be communicating. It can't be that fake stuff. London is checking in right now and saying hi, by the way.
Hi.
So that's how I see it going. And now, you talked earlier about couples. What about the single men and the single women, or the men or the women in relationships? Are their concerns different when they come to see you as a sexologist, or very similar to what the couples say?
I think they're somewhat similar. I mean, I can't speak for what the most seen issue is for all sex therapists.
Right, of course.
What I've gotten a lot of lately is women who are having trouble orgasming with their partners, or just trouble orgasming in general.
In general.
So that's been a big thing of people that I've been seeing lately.
What do you think causes that then? I have theories. What do you think causes women difficulty in achieving orgasm?
Well, I mean, first it's most important to go get things checked out physically.
Right.
Be seen by an OBGYN or a urogynecologist or something like that, just to make sure that things are, working okay, that there's not some other issue going on with age or ability or injuries or something like that. So get that out of the way first, just to make sure.
So let's say you're perfectly healthy, no BV, no yeast infections, nothing like that.
Good to get checked on that.
Good to check anyway, not just a sniff test.
That yeast in check.
Yeah. We're not baking bread.
No, we're gluten-free.
I would love to hear about that. But yeah, after that, I think it's the same with couples. It's, how were you raised? How did your parents talk to you about sex? What does that mean? How were your last relationships? Was there trust?
Christopher Garcia is asking, isn't it mental a lot of times?
Absolutely.
Same thing for men, right?
Just for women.
One thing my background's medicine and medical research before going into psychology and now getting my doctorate.
Which is probably
clinical.
so helpful for sex and sex education.
Right.
Yeah.
But we used to ask men, are you waking up with what's called a free erection? When they thought they had ED. And what that means is if you're waking up with an erection, even if you have to go urinate, it's an erection. And if they say yes, then we understand. Now we're looking at something psychological, not physical, per se. And then there's different tests we can do that are non-evasive. Tom and Bunny are saying, they just did a video on that and about open communication and what you're saying. They are the lead hosts. Have you ever been to Freedom Acres, the Inland Empire?
I haven't.
Great club here in the LA area. Huge fans of them. They are huge fans of what we're doing in Vegas with Sensual. And it makes...
Swingers Club?
Freedom Acres is what I call everything optional. And Sensual is everything optional. The difference is Freedom Acres is on premise, which means you can get naked and have intercourse there. Sensual, we allow nudity on the inside, but no intercourse. There's different... Vegas has...
Sensual is just like the foreplay.
There you go. Sensual is more foreplay because... Which is also fun. And there's a lot you can do. The women could be, the men... Could we technically allow sex there? Yes, because we're a private club within a club. So the Vegas rules are... But the risk of being shut down is too great. And we're not a house. We're an actual club, just like Freedom Acres, an actual club. So you do want to err on the side of caution. And it's just a great place. They asked me to give you their cell number so you can call them if you ever want to come to Freedom Acres.
Yes,
They have a great pool they opened up recently. It's, about 70 miles east of LA. Just truly amazing couples.
It's getting hot out.
Yes, it is.
Your pool very soon.
Yeah, halfway between here and Palm Springs, I would say. So just a wonderful place. And again, what I love is the way this community comes together, because here we're talking about communication. Everyone's saying to you and us, yeah, communication is big. And they wrote in there, we're so proud of your club you just opened. These are club owners. They work at a club.
I'm glad that you two are supporting, that different clubs are supporting each other.
We are. Because if they can't be successful, then the community isn't successful. You want to be rich and famous, good for you. You want to help the community, good for all of us. Tom and Bunny are like that. The X Club is like that. Collect Clubs is like that. Caliente is like that. If I name all of them, we're going to be here for an hour, and you're going to be bored. Yeah, but there's so many options around North America and the world, and we're really proud to be affiliated with so many of them. But I definitely recommend them. But so I wanted to say that. But you go back, I feel is what you said, which is communication. Pocket, you said it, and it's comfort level, right? If a woman isn't orgasming properly or at all. This was one of my toughest clients I'd have to say is my aunt. And she's given me permission to talk about it. She's my aunt. But she couldn't orgasm anymore without the magic wand. She had desensitized her clitoris. Again, I did not sit with her naked, anybody. But we worked on techniques to bring sensation back to her clitoris.
80% of women
need that.
Right.
80% of women they need clitoral stimulations.
Right.
With someone like that, I don't know what you did with her, but I would wonder, why is that an issue? Because
in the past, she wasn't receiving enough stimulation internally or clitorally to orgasm, so she started using, and she was single for a while, and instead of going out, she enjoyed casual sex, and she enjoyed being open and all that, but she found, boom, that magic wand, you plug that puppy in, and she got off.
But I would wonder why just relying on the magic wand is an issue. I think some people have a problem when there's like toys and other things involved. They're like, oh, you know what,
right.
Are we relying on it? Have I become desensitized? But if that's working for you, if your partner's open to have that, I mean, can you have other things in your sex? Sure, but
I think for her,
issue for them if
it
requires a magic wand?
And that's something we talked about. Oh, if it required a magic wand. The issue was...
is that a problem?
Well, it was not a problem for my uncle, my new uncle. And he's been around for quite a long time. I love this man. And what the problem was for her, she wanted to be able to orgasm with just him and not the need of the toy. But for so long, he didn't mind. They had a great intimate life, he felt, and it was her that initiated saying, I want to be able to feel that from his tongue or his penis.
And for some people, though, it's not... I don't want to say it's not possible.
Sure.
I think there's lots of ways to go around it, but at least for clients I work with, I think it's more about grieving the loss of the expectation of what you think it's going to be, that someone is going to give you an orgasm, and if you're connected enough, it will happen from penetrative sex or just from them going down on you and in the way that they know how to do it. And feeling like whatever they do, like if they like you enough or know you well enough, they should be able to do it. So I think it's more coming to terms with the reality of how different our bodies work and what each of us need individually.
Great point. Great point. With you, for example, pH is such a big deal. So you talk about intimacy, you talk about individuality, then you look at lubrication. And for a woman with a very sensitive pH level, I'm sure you work with this with clients too, is there's so many different products out there. Make sure you find the one. For toys, you want certain ones. If you're going to be in the water, you want certain ones. If you're this and that, cleaning, toys. But lube, guys, one of the things I work a lot with men is asking them to learn and understand that a woman that isn't as wet as you think she should be, it's not because she's not aroused. Typically. She could be on birth control. She could be closer to her period or just get off her period. There's other medications she could take. Drinking, weather.
It's so diverse down there.
Marijuana is medicinal and recreational in so many states now. That can cause dryness. So men were getting, did you see this? Men were getting really, really offended. Man, she should be wet for me.
Or, oh, my girl doesn't need to because she's so good.
Yeah, because,
she's so good.
Exactly.
Yeah. One other thing, and someone's saying this, I think it's Chris, we go with latex-free condoms. We have learned lots of women have latex allergies, and they don't even know they have latex allergies. So
I just say always assume that they have latex.
Well, don't assume that you're going to get laid, but assume.
No, but assume that they have a latex allergy.
Spend the extra dollar.
To get latex-free.
What do you think, Nicoletta?
Back in college, I don't know if this is still the case, but some condom brands have a trace amount of spermicide. That they don't even list sometimes on the, or you have to.
Oh, and that can bother the woman.
Ingredients, and that can cause like small microabrasions or irritation.
Yep.
So it might not be the latex; it might be the type of
you're right.
You're using or what's
Very good
in
point.
It. But I mean, if it's irritating you and not working,
Yeah, switch.
Other option. Yeah, change it. Find something else that works better.
And there's some good stuff out there. And yeah, we, like Pockets was saying, we err on the side of caution with that one and just go with latex-free, non-spermicidal.
Be the most, sensitive. I mean, like you said, everyone's different, but
yeah.
For lube? For lube?
or condoms.
Condoms we like, there's a lot of them, but I think Skin we use most, SKYN we use most.
Yeah.
And then with lube, what's it called? Wicked makes a great pleasure product. Wicked, the adult film company, actually.
Jessica Drake.
One of our dear friends, Jessie Drake, used to be with us on Playboy Radio.
Oh,
she had a show called In Bed. She's amazing. And I think she's one of the only, if not the only, adult performer that speaks at colleges. Gets invited by large universities to speak, and that's amazing.
She works a lot with a colleague of mine, Dr. Hernando Chavez.
Yes, I see that a lot.
Yeah, they're great.
I did She with the She conference. Wasn't able to make it to the recent one to speak, but I spoke at the one. When was it, baby? Last year. One of they two here, right? Twice a year, I think they're here.
Yeah, there was one a couple months back.
Yeah,
with Dr. Ruth.
That one I didn't do. The one before that, I did that one, and it's wonderful. And I really actually like a lot that everyone comes together with that.
Yeah.
And all right. So someone's asking, what's up with women and nipple hair? You two ladies. Here's my question. I saw that.
Talking about nipple hair on female-bodied people.
Females with nipple hair, because and wait, I wrote this down just now when I saw that. Let's say a woman has nipple hair. I'm really not paying it. I'm a boob guy, meaning I just like your nipples. I know I have to. They're not that great, but yours are because they're on you. I don't know that I'd pay attention if you had hair, but if you did, do you think, not that women should, but in your opinion, would you pluck it, would you shave it, or would you braid it?
Oh, God.
I just wrote that down.
Pluck, shave, or braid?
Pluck, shave, or braid.
Oh, man.
You get some. You get some.
I hate any peach fuzz, so I shave. And if
use my trimmer.
I do. I use your trimmer, and if I'm in the shower, I'll just buzz it. If I find one I don't like, I'll pull it out.
Do you think that's because you like it that way, or you think
I like
because
it.
he likes it?
Yeah, she doesn't do.
I
mean,
like
no,
this
she likes it
way.
that way. Yeah.
Just because I don't like hair anywhere.
I mean, I think it's like anything about somebody's body. It can be really difficult to say to someone like, "Hey, I'm not really liking the way this is looking, or feeling, or smelling." I think it can be really hard to say that to somebody, but so it's about finding ways to say that in a kind, supportive way.
I agree with you there.
Knowing that this is someone's body, are you able to, support and love them enough to accept them as they are? Maybe they didn't have time to pluck that out if they wanted to.
Okay, hold on.
They need
if she's braiding it, I think there's acceptance, and then we need to talk about our likes and dislikes.
Right. But that's what I'm talking about with the mismatch in people that I see. I see people who are total opposites in what they're looking for. There's another sex educator, I think it's Reed Mahako, and he talks about dating your species.
Read about sex.
Yeah.
What's his thing? Sex with read about sex.
Yeah, read about sex, and it's like dating your species. So often people are getting together, and they have such different interests and desires and likes, and it's like, are these desires important enough to you, knowing that maybe this relationship won't work out if you don't have those things?
I see that. That reminds me a lot of what Dr. Susan Block does. Mm-hmm. The bonobos. We had to get her to stop talking about bonobos.
Recently at DomCon.
Yeah, she's a wonderful woman, amazing clinician. But I remember having to say, remember that? I said, Susan, I think we're done with bonobos, with that species. Let's not bring. And what you're talking about, Reed also mirrors a lot of what Dan Savage does. Mm-hmm. And things like that. So Reed's he does his Sex Geek. That's his Sex Geek. Sex Geek is what Reed calls it. Yeah, good guy. I think he walked Dr. Ruth out too. Held her in his arms and walked. Yeah.
So how would you like someone to say to you, "Hey, you have this hair on your nipple, and I want it gone"?
Don't ask someone to pull it out with their teeth. We had somebody on a reality show
No.
say that with her husband, if he still had pubic hair on his shaft. She later claimed it was a joke, but no, I don't think it was a joke.
What did they say?
She would use her teeth and bite her teeth around the hair and pull it off his shaft if he forgot to get
it.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, no.
No.
I would probably notice it before they did, and if I did,
I wouldn't notice it
go
at
to
all.
the bathroom and do it myself.
I wouldn't notice it. Yeah, you can do it yourself all the time. I like that.
Yeah.
You can touch yourself all the time, baby.
You're just always checking.
Oh,
well, I'm a picker myself, so if there's like a blemish or a pimple or a hair on anyone, I'm like, let me get it.
I get it.
I know, I love that.
If
I have
it's
ingrowns.
A female thing, I don't know.
See,
I don't know what it is.
You ladies could make a lot of money. You don't have to have sex with people. You just pick.
Their pimples.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross. That's gross.
Bought me one of those pimple pop.
That's gross.
And he's regretting it already.
Oh, that's gross. Okay, the pimple I don't get.
He has ingrowns that I love.
I get ingrowns because I use Veet.
Oh, Veet.
I veet my meat is what I say. Nair is a little too, the chemicals, okay, look at pasties or look at the Skins bikini. We all have the things we like the most. But I veet my meat. But this woman said that she would, and the husband, no. And then later they said
he wasn't into it.
We don't know what the truth is or not. It was the last episode of season 3, I think.
Sometimes we do things that, for our partners because we care about them.
Like shave their butts and stuff.
Yeah, she does trim my butt. Not my crack. But I veet as much as I can, and then if there's anything left, she'll get the hair that's around.
I think it's a fine balance between accepting your partner as they are with whatever hair sense is happening versus being able to say what might be really important to you.
Smell is very important to me.
Yeah, smell, hair, whatever. Or being able to say, like, in a sexy way, oh, it would be really sexy if you let me shave you. Or,
sure.
Something like that. Yeah. But how, is that going to be something that makes your partner feel shitty about themselves?
Right.
Or is it going to be something that they're great
presentation. What you're saying is presentation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. Presentation is everything.
I mean, I appreciate presentation because to me it's saying, you like when I dress up and here I'm showing you how much I care about you, that I want to take care of this.
Yep.
But some people believe that that's, not feminist or that it's not accepting of, like, how my body is.
But if you like it, right,
But if you care about yourself, too, you want to present yourself in a way that
your partner really...
Well, because aren't you... So, go back to what you guys both said. I don't think the feminists need to get upset with women, and I don't think men need to be called misogynistic if they say, hey, what is it you like on me? And here's what I like. Because you have that option to say, no. You do have that option at all times to say no. You, I know, don't like underarm hair on yourself.
No.
I personally don't like hair on my upper body. From my sack,
I like beat your meat. That should be their slogan.
Yeah, my taint. I take it off my taint, my shaft, my sack, my crack.
Taint is such a great word.
Isn't it a great word?
Taint.
It's a great word, I agree.
My mom always, I don't like when you get married, when people get married and they just...
You don't like when you get married? Okay.
Yeah, no. Because I know it's upkeep and I know we get older and it gets harder and harder, but as soon as you just, I'm married to him, he's still going to love me the way I am, but you just stop taking care of yourself.
Yeah, then it's like you're not putting in all that.
Right.
Yes.
I shouldn't have to work on my marriage. No, it's the greatest job you'll ever have if you really enjoy who your partner is. I'm not worried if you're gay, lesbian, straight, bi. I'm saying, if you're with somebody and you want to spend your life truly with them, it should be the greatest job you have. I love working on my marriage.
Working at it every day.
80-20 rule. I call it the 80-20 rule. I always have to give 80, thinking she's giving 20. She needs to give 80, thinking I'm giving 20. So we're always at 100. There is not more than 100% of one pie.
You can have 2 pies.
Yeah, but that's separate pies, though. That's separate pies, you boogers.
Exactly.
That's separate pies, you boogers. That's my thought on it. So then, with Sluts and Scholars, you have a co-host.
I do.
What is it that you guys talk about? What have been some of your favorite topics? And where's the show going?
So I actually started doing just like YouTube, Instagram clips before about sex educational stuff. I called it my Staying on Top series, which is so cheesy.
I like it, though.
I like it.
You like being on top?
Sometimes, but sometimes I also like being lazy pillow princess.
Hell yeah.
It's a variety.
Good, I like it.
Cardio.
Yep. Doggy style?
I like all the things.
Okay,
mostly.
good. Just wanted to say.
People were asking. So then after that, I started doing Sluts and Scholars, which is basically I was feeling in my own job and just with friends and people I talked to and some of the older generation of therapists who have been mentors of mine,
right.
How much judgment there's been about talking about sex or just being someone who is an openly sexual or sex educational person, woman, whatever, and having me receive judgment about that, basically. So like, oh, you can't, be good in this job, or you can't be taken seriously because you do X, Y, and Z behavior.
Because you believe in freedom, sexual freedom.
This person last night,
right? So, and you believe in sexual freedom, and now they're judging you,
right? Or just in your own behaviors.
Right.
So it's kind of like reclaiming the word slut back as a positive.
We believe in slut faming, not slut shaming.
I love that.
I am proud. Fame me all you want, call me slut. We're very proud. Amber Rose invited us, and we did. We broadcasted live from the Slut Walk, the Amber Rose Slut Walk this year, and we were with the Ass Girl, who has some incredible shirts and booty shorts and all that.
Ass Girl?
TheAssGirl.com, great website. Hysterical sayings on these shirts. Check her out.
Definitely.
Diana's amazing. Small business owner. We love supporting, everybody, the big, the small, all that. No pun intended. But you're right. Slut fame, don't slut shame. So you were getting. Continue. I'm sorry. You were being. You believed in having good sex.
Yeah, no, I mean, And it's tough, especially as a woman in the field. I think I hate to bring up gender in a lot of ways, but
it does matter.
A lot of my male colleagues who are sex educators and sex professionals don't get the call masturbators or the creepy calls or the judgment about it.
Exactly.
So I wanted to make a space where we could have intelligent people, namely women, talk about sex and their fantasies and behaviors and also their intelligence.
So sluts and scholars.
Yeah, exactly.
I love
need and evolutionary need for men to procreate.
Right.
And I think, we've come a long way in terms of socially and societal wise, but there's been so many years of biology and evolution that still play a part.
Absolutely.
Like there are differences between genders.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we should embrace them.
In between those genders.
I feel we should embrace the differences, though. I don't know that there needs to be a wall between the differences. I think we should embrace them. You talk about gender roles and all that. Men are perceived to be hornier than women, but my experience are women, just using that word, are as horny as men. Men are perceived to want sex more often, but my experience is women have felt shamed
when they have, quote unquote, more.
Or the desire, even sadly, so many women I know won't express their desire because of the fear of being shamed.
Well, I think we need to use the biology to inform our
Yes.
not to determine everything. So, it can be dangerous for men to hear, oh, well, men are more sexual, they have a higher libido, because then I think someone was talking about, this in one of the questions below, but saying like, oh, well, if you're not ready to have it physically, like at any time, at any whatever, then there's something wrong with you.
Yes.
And there's not.
And there's not.
Right.
And as a woman, if you're having this higher sex drive, it doesn't mean you're a slut, it doesn't mean you had sexual trauma or whatever.
Yep.
It just means it is what it is.
I used to get mad. I played football, high school, college, and baseball too, but in the locker room, I would get so pissed off, especially in high school. It didn't happen as much in college, where the guys would think I was a stud or the other guy was a stud because we hooked up with, like, let's say 8 or 9 women that week, or we were part of an orgy. Mm-hmm. And I'm a straight guy, but the guys were straight, I guess. I don't know. I didn't ask anyone's personal sex. I'm a slut. Don't call me a stud for having sex with all those. Because if I'm having sex and you want to have sex, who are you going to have sex with?
Right.
So why are you shaming? Why are you shaming the gender you want to be having sex with? It used to piss me off so much.
How do you feel about porn?
I feel great about it. In general.
Yeah.
I had to answer, I feel great about it.
Do you think couples that watch it together
stay together?
I think so.
It depends on the couple. I mean,
right.
I think, there's a great book by Dr. David Lay. It's Ethical Porn for Dicks.
Yep.
That's a good one to check out. But I think in general, porn can be a great wing person.
Isaac, I love porn.
Relationship.
We were having sex the other night, and we had played the day before with an adult actress, Kiss Us Ins, and we put her. She gave us access. We put her on while Holly was riding me, and Kissa is riding somebody in this. And so Holly is picturing me riding Kissa. I'm listening, picturing what's happening. Holly riding me. It was hot.
And you thought so too?
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you have to hide it, I always ask one question. It's an aggressive word. We all know that. Why? Right? Or how come you're hiding it? If you have to hide it, it tells me you feel you're doing something wrong. And if you think you're doing something wrong, communicate about it.
Well, I think for a lot of people, too, what really turns a lot of people on is the forbidden, and sometimes
having
the
secret.
Right. Mm-hmm. So for some, it's great to be open and talk about what you want to watch and be able to watch it together. But sometimes it's sexy to have that personal fantasy.
Absolutely.
That's your fantasy. Mm-hmm. And
as long as
okay too.
Well, what do you think though? What do you think though if it's beginning to interfere with intimacy? Holly was with somebody once. Right. I mean, I 100% agree. Have your fantasies. That can be a very private thing. Masturbation can be private. But if it starts to take precedent, you used to be with somebody who would rather porn, and as gorgeous and sexy and amazing Holly is, this man would prefer porn over her, or needed porn while with you.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's the fault of porn. I think there's other stuff
right.
going on.
Right.
And there's problematic like porn viewing and porn watching, but
right.
there's usually underlying other emotional things or
You're
relationship
right.
shit happening.
Yeah, of course.
I agree.
But if you look at the amount of porn downloaded every single day, don't these people work?
Oh my God. MindGeek.
It's crazy how much porn.
Okay, so MindGeek owns YouTube. Sorry, YouPorn, not YouTube. They do not own YouTube. They own YouPorn, RedTube, and Pornhub. Mm-hmm. And I remember the last company meeting, they used to own the licensing to Playboy TV and Playboy Radio. And we had this, state of the company meeting. I think it was 2015 going to 16. It was that December. And they were sharing, they get over 110 million and affiliate sites a day.
Wow.
A day.
Pornhub just released some statistics too about like the most viewed things.
Yep, and areas.
And stuff like that, and it's really interesting.
What is it?
Checking it out.
We'll have to look it up.
Okay.
Do you know it
I
off?
think that, I don't know it off the top of my head in terms of numbers, but I think some of the top viewed thing were like sister, daddy, daughter.
For men,
like that.
now I know for 3 years in a row, I'll look at what you just said. For men, the top searched adult content. But sperm competition is a real thing, and it's not a negative thing. We use Tinder and Bumble a lot when we want to meet ladies, and we've had a lot of success. We've had a lot of success. Interesting thing happened to us recently, and it's not a negative at all, because this person acknowledged prior to we don't talk dirty. We believe if there's going to be chemistry, then we can have dirty. We don't need to talk dirty before we meet you. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a red flag to you and I would say.
Yeah. When someone's talking dirty before?
When that's what they start with. And a lot of times it turns out to be a guy.
I don't think it has never not turned out to be a guy.
Right.
Really?
So far, or somebody that, because the men don't have to meet. I'm sorry, the women don't have to meet us, but you want to meet. Oh, no, I can't text. Oh, okay, we can use Kik, which hides your privacy.
Yeah.
Now, you know what?
Or as soon as you set a date, they disappear.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. Maybe they're not into us, but they're still trying to talk dirty.
Correlation between start talking dirty and then they're willing
immediately
to meet up and
they want to talk dirty immediately. We had one woman pornographic videos. We don't do that. It's just not our thing. We also don't want to see a naked picture of you. If you send it, we'll look, but we don't ask for naked pictures. Send us a full body shot. We'll send you a full body shot. There's got to be love might be blind, but attraction isn't. But for us, again, it's like Christmas morning. We'll unwrap the present if there's chemistry.
Yeah.
But this woman, pockets swiped right. It was Tinder, I believe.
Okay.
And I saw it and I said, if pockets likes her, the fine. Taller. And then I remember reading after we said her, I didn't find her attractive. But if Holly did, I would have been willing to watch or maybe participate. Once we learned, though, that it was breasts with still a penis, no, just not our thing. And even if you didn't have a penis, but I knew you were a guy, I'm honest enough to admit, no, just not something mentally I'm not homophobic. We've played with couples where the man is bisexual and he just likes watching his woman, and he's asked me, will you be uncomfortable? No, you're not touching me. I'm not touching you. You can high-five me.
Well, if you're someone out there listening with breasts and a penis, just because this couple...
Exactly.
There are definitely people out there who are looking just for you.
You're right. Great point.
Admitted that she wants to have sex with a
transgender. Yeah.
So it's
pre-op.
There's something for everyone.
There is, and great point. And normally I would qualify it like that. It's not our cup of tea, let's say, but I don't like all flavors of tea. But somebody else will like. I like chai tea, but I'm not a whatever flavor, black tea. Right. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Damn me. But yeah, so for us, what I really appreciated and respected, though, was the honesty. Mm-hmm. And it's not always there. Mm-hmm. It's not always there. And I appreciate when that happens. You agree or no?
I appreciate it because you don't want to get to the moment and be like, oh,
right. Because it is deceitful.
Yeah.
If we're perceiving that you're a female, we list that we're looking for a female. If we're looking for couples, we list that, right? A man and a woman. And if you were to tell it would be deceitful if you didn't tell us.
I can imagine it's hard for the person on the other end, though.
To share it.
Sees themselves
absolutely.
As a female, wants to, be with someone as a female and feel like, what if people don't accept me?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So I would imagine it'd be tough to just come out with
absolutely, and that's why I give that person more credit.
Well, can people love me?
And she said she has a lot of people she meets. She said, thank you. She was grateful we were honest, didn't waste her time, and Lola saying hi, agreeing with what we're saying. Desire-experience.com, desire-experience.com, the Desire Venice Cruise. Coming up the end of September through the beginning of October. Check it out. We'll be there. Lola will be there. Our dear friend, Jessica O'Reilly, Dr. Jessica O'Reilly. Jesse will be there with us.
This is the Desire Resorts cruise.
Desire Resorts is doing a cruise
from great things.
It's their first one ever. Venice to Bologna, 2 stops in Croatia, then 1 to Slovenia and back to Venice. And then we'll be with them again next year in 2018 for the Barcelona to Rome cruise. Mm-hmm. It's everything they experience or you expect from Desire Resorts. It'll be on the sea. So there are a lot of amazing lifestyle,
there's
events.
A boat encompassing
There's a
it.
boat encompassing it, true.
Awesome.
But Lola will be there, Roxy Delight will be there, Jesse O'Reilly will be there, we'll be there. We'll be broadcasting and doing our seminars, workshops, and they will too. So it's a great, Lola, thanks for saying hi and reminding everybody. So it's just great stuff. Now, if somebody were to be interested in utilizing your services as a patient, but they live across country, is that possible?
Unfortunately, no. I don't see clients across state lines.
So you don't do coaching, is what I know some licensed clinicians say, if it's across state lines.
I don't do that, but I know lots of great people all around the country and some around the world. So if you're interested,
what's your website again?
I'm happy to give you some referrals. But you can find me at nicolettavheidegger.com.
Heidegger, you want to spell that?
Sure. HEIDEGGER.
Okay.
I'm also at Ms. MS Heidegger on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on YouTube and on our new podcast, Sluts and Scholars.
At Sluts and Scholars.
We would love to have you both on.
We would be honored to come there. We would be honored to come there. Seriously.
Podcast swinging, intermingling would be great.
We'll swap.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
Swapping.
I think it would be fun. I think it would be a lot of fun to do that. All right, I'm going to ask you a few questions just to have fun at the end.
Sure.
You, by the way, are amazing. We need to have you back again.
Thank you so much for having me. This was such fun.
It was last minute. We really appreciate it. We just crazy weekend, great weekend. And then when there was an opening, our assistant reached out to yours, and we were so excited to be able to meet you, Nicoletta. And
likewise.
Next time, hopefully, your partner will be able to come, but if not, her loss. No, I'm just kidding. Your podcast partner.
I was like, you assumed my partner was...
No, your podcast partner. Your podcast.
Oh.
But you are welcome to bring your gentleman partner you talked about a little earlier.
He's a little more private than I am, which is interesting.
So we don't have to show him. We don't have to show him on camera.
Yeah, he can hide under the table.
Ooh, you guys might like that. I don't know. All right, would you rather?
Ooh.
Ready?
Okay.
Would you rather only be allowed to do foreplay with your hands or only with your mouth, Nicoletta?
On myself?
Foreplay. Nope, foreplay. On somebody else.
Hands.
Okay, I like that. Would you rather have sex with someone who has bad breath or someone that keeps calling you love bunny while doing it?
Bad breath.
Okay.
Really?
Because there's ways to avoid that.
You're right. And last but not least, would you rather only have threesomes or never have sex?
Three what?
Threesomes.
Oh, or never have sex?
Yeah, now I'm not saying it's got to be you and two men or you, a woman, and a man. I'm saying three. It could be three women, whatever. But you, threesome. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. Why
It
would
depends how you define sex, but I would like to
penetration,
I would like
oral,
to be active.
Yeah, we're big when we have women with us. We're very synergistic. There's penetration as long as the women's rules are the same as ours. There's kissing, there's penetration, there's oral, there's touching, there's sweat. It's sexy. It's fun. There's popcorn sometimes even for the after.
I'm obviously so shitty at this game because I'm like, well, what if this?
Yeah, I love it. I'm the same way.
And what if we're upside down underwater with 5 people?
I'm absolutely the same way.
There's so many ways.
Playboy Radio's Holly and Michael, joined today by the incredible sexologist Nicoletta. Say your last name.
Heidegger.
Nicoletta Heidegger. We will put it out on Twitter and Facebook how you can find her website, because everything is there on her website, and she is amazing. We're blessed that she joined us. Check out her podcast, Sluts and Scholars. You can find that on her website too. We'll let you know. That's my beautiful bride, Pockets. What's your Instagram, baby?
Real Holly Pockets.
We are at SwingTime69 on Twitter. We are Michael Pockets. Well, you are Michael Pockets on Facebook. Check out Sensual when you're in Las Vegas, or come hang out with us. We'll let you know all about that. Want to again thank Skins. Want to again thank Pasties. Don't forget Naughty in New Orleans coming up the beginning of July. Young Swingers Week at the end of July. August, Desire. September, the beginning of October, Desire. Back with Young Swingers Week in October. So much stuff coming up. We're proud to have you join us. Check out our new website too. Thanks to Young Swingers Week. They built it. Yeah, what is it? HollyandMichael.com.
HollyandMichael.com.
Are you ready, baby?
Yeah.
Swing, swing. We love you, family. All right. You guys want to say bye?
Yeah. Bye. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Thanks for listening and tuning in.
Yeah, baby. And here, not that you want to see me, but mwah, thanks, everybody. Look at the beard. It trimmed it a little bit. Trimmed it. It's still full, though. It's still full. How do you pull off popcorn? No, popcorn's after the sex and the playing. It's that nourishment. We need sustenance to go another round or two. Or I'll go make a sandwich.
Yeah.
I'll go. She gets sore really fast, so she likes to tag out. Yeah. All right, peace out.